there's no atonement. That requires a lot of clarification. We'll see. The Chalader Shabbat they kind of middle English, but any other idea. It's generally doing it. Who's not the result of your idea? When it comes to false, all the ultimate punishment is collected both from the perpetrator and from the establishment.
Lord.
Because once it says, do not allow your mouth to that's your children, that's your family.
Yo, political beacon. Too many judges. Too many fucking. I can't stand that. I never even got a chance to tell him what I do. And that's why I never know what's up. And if you're going to say that you're the truth show and you're not videoing it or no one else is videoing, that's not what I do. That's like Dave Chappelle. That's not. I don't make skits. Rich, bitch. I sent you a message to them. What I'm looking at. Alright, guys, that's the one I checked.
Go ahead and engage this false phase. Will have this negative effect on all of these terrible things. No, it's the first one. Literally says, because of the Allah. Now, both sides. Again, Allah, because the Allah refers to Shua, once we have that before, Allah Shua, because of the Allah, the earth will be punishment to one. I can't talk about Haaretz, Allah, Kol Shirka. I don't say, obviously, Torah highlighting the severity of a federation of Torah. Furthermore, all of Torah, every Shlosh furthermore, by all this, if you have a source, like you have a source, some type of merit, because what's the number again, whenever I made up, I always have some type of countermeasure. But I always have some type of positive dynamic activity, in my personal goal. So again, if I have a source, go ahead and then just go ahead and literally suspend judgment for 2 to 3 generations. So what's it? So suspend judgment, right? You have Chal writes about this. You have Chal writes when he does have this, that if you do it on later, what should happen? What should happen? Onesh, and what punishment? And when should Onesh come? When should punishment come? Immediately. So Midas Harach, the divine attribute of mercy, suspends judgment. Now what does that suspension of judgment mean? It allows for tshuva. That's what the works. It gives us time to work things through. That's amazing. So here the Gemara says, if you have 2 or 3 generations, that little bit and then again, halach says I have mitzvahs, ultimately some suspension, right? There's some suspended sentence to allow me to work through everything. But here, ultimately, what happens? So judgment is acted on by Shav Shene'emar, Beis Hakanav, Beis Hanish, B'Shmir HaShaker. The one of the silk itself, the color that's Havana Potzisia the Al. It was actually very interesting from Zechariah. So literally the passage says, I will take it out, right, and I will come to the house of the thief, to the house of the one who is in my name of faith. Literally again, I will remain in this house and sword the stones and take them out immediately. Okay, so what does this mean? Right? Ultimately, again, what does it mean?
So I couldn't find our conversation. Hold on.
A person who deceives others.
You're very judgmental.
Like, for example, what is it?
It's there. Did I link it? Fuck no. That was like one conversation I had that day. Biatch.
Now, and I will come into the house of the one who swears falsely. For one of his so I will go in his house. But also, his wood and his stones. Even things that fire can't destroy, like stone. Like fire can't destroy stone, even things like that, Shvuas Sheker does destroy them. The power of Shvuah is so profoundly overwhelming that it destroys everything. Im Avar, Amy Mishpah, if he says at the end of the swear, Potrino Somiad, so now again, so let's say we're just always obviously highlighting the destructive nature of Shvuas Sheker. If he's in Amar Amy Mishpah, if he says ultimately again I won't swear, Potrino Somiad, and I won't say. Now, this is referring to the person who's being a jerk, right? So, remember again, Reuven is bringing Shimon to the Shimon, let's say again, is the motivates us, right? So, Reuven says, you owe me $10. Shimon says, no, I only owe you $500. So, what's the halacha? If ultimately, again, if Shimon says, I won't swear, Shimon says, I won't swear, so ultimately, again, constantly based. I won't say that. We mashing also. Not legal these days. And why? See where Rashi says, "Shkein, Shvel Raka, Shali, we actually keep our faith." So again, if you decide I'm not swearing, so obviously you pay immediately. Like we charge your credit card immediately, you leave business with me, with you changing your mind. But you shouldn't be mind good. You must say, Amar, Harim, should be responder. But it says again, I'm ready to swear. I'm ready to swear. I'm not ready to swear. Suruna av oralea anashim harishayim aida. So I'm saying, just you need to see the severity which halacha goes ahead and treats Shvuah. That literally, again, if the guy says, right, so the responder says, I'm going to go ahead and swear. Right, so again, Ruben's cleaning again Shimon. Shimon says, fine, I'll swear. So what does the halacha? So Bezdin says, okay, Hebron, clear away again from these wicked men. They both say, by the way, just so you understand, that's especially by Alice Korach. Right? So again, that is a very, very, very strong Russian here. And what's also fascinating is both parties are considered to be Rishayim. Both the claimant and the responder, which is actually very interesting. We'll come back to that. We'll keep also. We'll also, and when we sure, we'll call him Shimon. Oh yeah, just understand, we are not adjuring you based on your understanding of this oath. Das Habakum, Das based. We actually saw this before. Rather, we're adjuring you on the understanding. You are not determining or defining the scope of this Shvuah. We are determining and defining the scope of this Shvuah. Shlo al das kan I mashpia askan, ela al das habakum ba'al dati. As Moshe Rabbeinu said to Klal Yisrael when he adjured us, right? When he adjured us the Shvuah to go and accept Torah. So ultimately, Moshe Rabbeinu says, just understand, I'm adjuring you based on my das, and the das of the Ribono Shalom Shnei v'lo itchem v'vadchem ki es asher yeshnu po ein elo v'selo omdim har Sinai. We know those where Moshe Rabbeinu adjured us. So I don't even know ultimately again those who are standing at Har Sinai. How do I know the Gemara says Doros Haboim the Gerim Hasidim this Gayim Minai? So Moshe said this is really beautiful. How do we know that when Moshe Rabbeinu adjured us right through the Torah? Because remember we undertook the Shvuah, top whole Torah. How do I know that Shvuah applies to those who stood at Har Sinai, and those who came later on, right? And even those who converted. How do I know? Talmud Omar ve'is asher einenu. So the Gemara says, because the pasuk says, even those who are not here, everyone was included in Klal Yisrael. Future generations of Jews, future generations of Gerim, all were included in the arena at Har Sinai. Incredible. So the Gemara says, which by the way, let's say, there's an interesting discussion in general about whether
instantly. Download the Rabbi Rothschild app, use the code SHOP. That's Shop Show. You'll return 500 in bonus bets if your bet wins in partnership with DraftKings and Crown Insurance. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER in New York. Call 877-8-OPEN-Y or text OPEN-Y 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly on behalf of Casino and Resort in Kansas has to have pro wager tax in Illinois. 21 and over. Age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Restrictions apply. Bet must win to receive bonus bets which expire in 7 days. Minimum odds required. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/audio. Limited time offer.
Almost like in a way that's binding it irrevocable with the destiny of Klal Yisrael. Again, Ger is included in the Shua of Har Sinai. So I don't know.
What is that? Yeah, let's start with that. So someone was saying, this guy, so when Brendan Allen's walking out, when Brendan Allen's walking, Jesus Christ, Brendan Allen's walking out at UFC Vancouver to the broadcast, some gentleman leans over and shows his phone, and it looks like Murder Victim. Yeah, it looks creepy as hell. It looks creepy. People are saying, is this a serial killer? Could it be a serial killer? And then some people thought it was like now a fight where he got knocked out. And I said to you, John, like, damn, let's be all of them. Was this a serial killer in Vancouver? Which is it's such an extreme jump. It's like, whoa. Guy flashes of whatever body line down. We're like, serial killer. You wish, Playboy. The truth. I mean, right now, there's no major media that's putting out, but a lot of people are saying that it's, some people recognize this as a scene in a TV show or a movie, right? And then people are saying that these are actually investigating this guy. All that stuff, and that thing is like, hell. I saw one fan was like, from across, they showed the guy, it's like a guy, definitely doesn't look like a serial killer. Looks like a UFC pro. I mean, there's tons of, like, it could be, these guys just, talking about, it could be this guy is the one that wants this person saved, he knows about something. All this stuff starts popping up. Yeah, it made me do that. I saw, the first time I saw it, it had this, like, creepy music behind it, and it made it that much more freaking interesting.
Could also be said in language. So this is like
This is sad news to he passed away. And the thing is, you can't find what the cause is. So I'm guessing it's, I'm just guessing it's possibly suicide, but I don't know. Wait, no, actually, you know what?
So why is that?
I heard some podcast say like he died peacefully and just leave sleep yesterday. Yeah, it doesn't make sense. So like, one thing that you've been doing as long as I have, and you've been in the game, I found out about this the minute it happened from, I'll say the source,
It must be because
certain stuff, and yeah, it's a shame. He's only 55. He's 55. That was nice to me. Just a pioneer off his brother, one of the greatest kickboxers of all time, from North America. 55. You know, it's sudden too. It's tough for guys like Pattis, you know, because he was a father figure for Anthony. Paul Feld, there's a lot of boys Woodley, you know, he was such a staple in this UFC fraternity, man. You hate to see it. His core family too.
So I would say that's pretty amazing. What's they're taking a false oath, putting on Shelley's name and is included in the category of
Chris Weidman versus Anderson Silva, and they're going to be under that same card as Jake Paul and Devontae Davis. Yeah, I think this hurts Jake Paul and Devontae Davis. I think it's a shit show. Usually my take on this stuff when it's a UFC fighter with these big names, when they do these super fights, I'm like, get your bet. I get it. Trust me, I get it. If Logan and Jake Paul is going to fight, I'm fucking in. But I'm always like, get your bet. Anderson Silva's getting over $15 million. Like that shit. Bag, I assume you're, unless you're just living a life we're unaware. But then also, these guys they want something to do. Find another guy, and also for the co-main event, Jake Paul, Davis. I get it. I'm not interested in watching it. Add any value to that broadcast of any facets here. I'm saying nothing fucking, what can I have? It's pretty tasty. And why did that fight tonight? I didn't know that time, so he's getting a tasty back too. I assume they're making good money on this, because that's one thing about Jake Paul's promotion. Get your back, do your thing, but hopefully nobody gets hurt. I don't want to see anybody get fucking cool dog and KO'd. I don't want to see anybody get flatlined. Hopefully, you know what? Hopefully that's a boring ass decision.
The power of Chuba.
It's for a pass fight.
Life is a choice.
Yeah, you're making 10, 15, 15 times that. 10 might pay off for music.
If you do Chuba,
yeah, get your money, boys. Hopefully it's a boring ass decision. Nobody gets hurt. Nobody breaks a fucking leg. That's all I want. Hopefully people tune in. Nobody gets hurt. Nobody gets fucking flatlined. It's a boring fight, and they make their money. And you want to be so solidified. Oh, it's like, that ain't good. He's like, yeah, we just want to be should we go for big views? Which I think this might do it. Like my dad is like, oh, shit, I'm doing it. You know? Or like the guy on the street that's fucking selling boots, like, holy shit, Weidman Silva 3 boxing. Take my money. You know? So hopefully it goes well. I just want to make as much money as possible. That's what works these legends.
Even if you run another person,
tune in.
and you just triple,
Yeah, support our boys. That's cool, boys. We talked about this last week, but Frank Yeager got taken off the card from the UFC, and this is free gigs. He's pretty much what Frankie said as well.
If you think about it, Schwartz shot.
Yes, yes. Because like, wow, it's crazy. Got something. I'm thinking like this. I'll tell you what, fighters out there, be like, I'm just making out, just go away quietly because people want to know. You know, as soon as they put all stuff out without your face on it, people are going to it's just shady, bro. It's shady. And like, it's like, you should know this shady. But I would say any stories like this, and you hear stories like this, you see fight with me because I'm just saying, I don't know about any case, if she doesn't say what happened, the same theory that you're saying, but he goes on, I don't know for a fact, but they use him basically, you know, for all the attention, and then when they realize the ticket sales are going to be that high, they're like, you're the most highest paid on the card, most likely, right? Yeah, we're going to lose money, so we're going to lose money, so we're going to give you this other check, that's a decent amount, but then would
So
get other
if I
people
do
caught.
that data,
Yeah, that's
I'm
what's up.
punished for it. Here,
Because they would get
I'm
away
punished
more
myself
than
by
after
the
he fought.
spot.
My only thing is, I don't know the inner workings of KFC. I don't know the inner workings or deal with Frankie.
Something is kind of like you משפחתו.
I don't know if it's true or not. Somebody told me he failed
משפחתו
medicals.
מחתה.
Where was it safe for a fight? That's what I felt.
From his family.
And then Connor,
Watch that shit exactly.
that's what Connor said about it.
So exactly from
Guys, I just want to say about the Frankie Edgar situation. I'm very upset for Frankie. I'm very devastated. Health is a bit around here. We'll address it and we will reevaluate and see where we're getting here at another day. So you mentioned the health thing. So there has to be some validity to the whole health thing. But he can't take out we need Frankie to say, come out and be like, no. And honestly, I want to be more mad and more pissed off, but I can't let it consume me that much. But you know, you guys dog me in my whole state. That's crazy. Like, that's dumb that you think about. Like, they came to me, did everything they wanted to. I promoted everything. I went to the Devil's game. I did podcast after podcast. Everything this he goes, I think it's because medicals. Yeah, they're saying it's medicals, but it's not. He goes, Jersey. Getting medical. Every time. And someone saying I don't fucking know.
It is incumbent upon us as parents.
Okay, yeah, from the owners. Frankie, you want to shut BKFC up and prove your point? Post the medicals that you passed. Yeah. Because BKFC, Frankie Edgar was pulled for BKFC due to medical issues. Then he claims he passes as much as the New Jersey Commission.
Has free will.
Dr. Please approach me if he used an excuse not to save money on this, never send his final medical to the commission to begin with.
I have to.
So, Edgar medicals, Edgar said he complete all necessary physical exams.
There's something in my head. Is there something in my life? Is there something
I don't know.
it's fine line? Is it my fault? No, it's very important to understand.
BKFC claims this way Edgar's reports. KFC President David Felton said that after reviewing Edgar's achievement platforms, not true.
Under my privilege, this child grew up with me
And then
as
there's
such, and I'm totally uninvolved in this result.
fucking Frankie.
That's because I was saying, there's a
All
family.
Frankie has to do is please or get that doctor that he passed on. Which is all we need. New Jersey, if Frankie posts hate, pass all of them. And if he goes, well, our in-house doctor, has it built in. But if the New Jersey Athletic Commission didn't, yeah, I do remember Frankie saying that everything got so there's again, all Frankie has to do is if he posts the medical, like I did all the money.
You see from here that all
But then this
there is.
in-house doctor saying I didn't pass him.
You're right.
So this is Frank said, I was training for 7 weeks ago, a week out from the fight. We get an email in my mail from someone from BKFC saying that the owner of BKFC is leaving for winter. He doesn't have a phone on him. He can't call you, but I'll call you eventually. But in the meantime, Dr. Red, don't fight me. I'm like, me.
As well. I might have felt that my family's health and history. I might have some parties. My family's not health.
But what I would do is post the and be like, look, I passed them from the nutritionist perspective.
that I am.
Makes BKFC the worst health doctor a week before the fight is worried about me. I agreed to this months ago.
Every sin carries within.
So that even though he sent the results of his medical test to the commission.
Twice without committing an offense. Now, because often when we sin, the reason I sin is because I assume that the fallout of my actions. Now that I understand
Man, Frankie has those.
that I do, it just makes me think twice. Like, I don't want to.
Because then they'll never right. Frankie passed.
I don't want to do
This
something.
in-house
I
doctor
want
who obviously
something. So somebody
KFC says I didn't pass him, and then that's all you do. I don't know.
It's like
It looks like Frankie might be right, but to give BKFC credit, they're like, dude, we got the medals, they were not really so big before. And that's good for them, which is great. He says, the call from someone should be saying, not out there for the positions of the medicals. Fantastic. Here's, I don't know if you plan on doing anything, but you can tell your wife and your medical health futures.
It's at the end of the day, it's not just by us, it's by everything.
Yeah, to be honest, I was thinking about finding the came to be like,
incredible.
they came to be again. My bad, you got BKFC again, but
So
and
ultimately,
BKFC came up with a deal. Number it was a fucking pretty high number.
even if I can't project someone else everything,
Yeah,
which
I
is
think
what
he
it is. So the Gemara says, okay, let's analyze this.
just the pipe bomb is better down.
We're shutting down.
That
And I will
makes
say,
it
everybody
easy.
use the following Russian. So what is the distinction between shutting off and shutting? Now what is when we want to use the
Medical exams you had done, you
shut
they're yours. It's not like with all that information,
so
you can call someone that came, you scan me a copy of my medicals, and then just goes a picture of me shuts all this down. Oh, yeah,
so whether that's like giving
how long is that
or
process
just
being
giving
in?
rolls,
It's a fucking,
so he wants
it's
to
about like hours. You can do all
for the punishment.
these little get all that such an asshole. Yeah, that's kind of fucking you knock out one or two.
Gravity to go ahead and object to my parents' behavior and fail to do so. They don't get the same project, but they still
he won the judgment for 5 minutes.
you are a family member.
So there he goes. Even though they got the judgment, I don't know how that's yeah, it works.
Continue
Yeah,
down and then and you don't
Fanmio,
stop
it
it.
is. Obviously, like, it's all Fanmio has to do is so those boys are responsible. They did like these are not
responsibility as the perpetrator himself. But again, a second
this is a similar thing. This is it. But for example, about BKFC, like, promised all this money, thought it was going to be better than it did. It didn't do well. They're like, oh, fuck, real.
So again, general awareness, the perpetrator gets the highest level of punishment.
They project and read the fucking room. It doesn't do well. And they throw all this money. I don't think it's that. It's shitty business, but they literally don't have them.
Syndicate. The Lord says,
This is on their manager.
syndicate in your family or outside the family now. What does that mean? Syndicate. Syndicate are people
Like, you
who
gotta
are
protect
unaware
those
of what's
guys.
going on, can't have an impact on what's
So
going on,
they can't
are not
back
held
out if it
accountable
doesn't
at
go
all.
well.
Okay, so it's like that's
Get a guaranteed up front and pay before you do right.
what by Shua. Gavin Shua.
What's this?
Really show the respect.
This is
So it's like when it comes to Shua's shot,
Netflix offering us some sort of
so the
something that has to do
perpetrator
with them.
who shot
Maybe
the
it was $50 million
percent of the time
return
when
it down.
it's like, what?
You know, guess the way fucking training and all that stuff.
Stop this type
Fighting.
of and
Well, I'll just
so
go for you.
on how
$50 million. Well, I'm still up to
so again, the
no
person
challenge.
who
You
gets
go to pay
the
me any
shot
no money to
and
do
his
it.
family
100%.
members who are around for the cultivation of this type of herb and all how
And
we try
Netflix
to
documented
open this level.
$50 million.
Rashawn the Alma,
Well, I'm still up
the
to
great ultimately again, Rashawn Al-Bami on how life
I love them, but my question is,
it's a
did they even offer him milk?
ultimately again, it's
You know,
families and people on the outside.
it's like me being like, dude, I would never do OnlyFans to show my dick even for $50 million. Ain't nobody, I would never show my weight on OnlyFans, not even for fucking $1 million. I mean, did they offer it to
Hold on for 1 second.
if I want to do it, you know, like, if they paid
ultimately again, it's now let's say again,
they paid no broke $50.
responder.
Netflix did pay fucking Chris Rock $50 million.
He says, I'm not swearing.
You know what I'm saying? He's just trying to make up money. I get the point. It's like,
I'm out.
okay,
Which again is what we prefer. So what happened? Good.
I feel like they offered him I know there's not a doubt that he's taking that. But I'm saying he made it. He said he would vacate his title. His buddy, who was in the UFC, offered if you use the offer to the title fight, he would vacate his belt. They say now, this is a meeting door at this room. Like, he went together, he was in German champ. I was. Let's say I just beat fucking Pro Cop, he beat Frank Bear, so I beat Pro Cop.
This game, right? What I said, if a guy says I'm not swearing, I'll actually, what is that? What is that?
And we were eating after training, and
Expression of his own piety.
dude, you wouldn't
I
order two
think
more.
you are so careful that I'd rather pay money and
And I
not
said,
take the Lord's name.
yeah, we fight each other. He said,
That's one of the rounds of
100%. Because
without
when you fight for God, it's dancing. So if,
however,
let's say,
no,
Gucci did, so he lost the next one. So he lost to Brock, okay, fight Shane, whatever, number 2 or 3, it'd be good for me for stuff. I'm not doing that. If he has the belt, I'd fight my mom if she has the belt. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's, it's going to change my kids. So I never liked it. And it's also not real. If his buddy comes up to me, and he's like, the next big thing is all this club, the champ, y'all come fight me. So, and I guess I'm wrong. He's a big fight. Big fight. Big fight. Towards the night, too. So he can, he's 26. Jesus Christ, it's all experience. And heavyweight division's pretty, you know, so he's 2 or 3 wins away from being in the top 5. Like, yeah, how light the division is. So it's a possibility, but we'll see what let's see how Tom reacts to the documentary. And let's see how he reacts when his boy, what's his name? On tape. News media has already, like, this guy's gonna be a problem. So let's see when Tom's champ and this guy's the opponent that he might give the fuck about. Let's see how it goes. Also, let's see what, because this guy got something different. This guy has fucking 52 fights, dude. And this is his dream. He's probably not balling. He's been fighting PFL and bullshit leagues. And he's been PSW, so he's had some good fucking wins, dude. Beat Ollie Thompson, like, tough, so fight man 1. He's been all over. And then, if he gets UFC, he starts making real money. Let's see how this basically dedicated journeyman has a possibility to beat the UFC champ. We haven't heard from him. That's what me and Shane all the games. If you fail, and they offer me a title shot for fighting, 100%. I bet you me and Shane, I know, we're closer than this dude and fucking, like, Shane was straight up like my mate, brother. We agree. fight each other. If it's only for the midterm legit belt,
after this fight, he was now going to get into the
so it's a lot, but I love my family.
just spent all of it
They gotta do whatever it takes.
focusing so heavily on the severity of Schwartz shot. So what is
Dear kids, if you want this ad, skip out of here. If you want this show ad free, join the Patreon right now. It's patreon.com/TFATK. Ad free. Tons of extra content out there. TFATK extended episodes and ad free. Get you some. It's patreon.com/TFATK. Ton of stuff on there. Only $5 a month. Get you some. This episode of the Shop Show is brought to you by Breeze. Let me tell you something about Breeze. Easy. The incredible functional beverage company revolutionizing how we drink. Their line of feel-good tonics are the perfect alcohol alternatives with an effect you actually feel. They use a small amount of THC, CBD, mushrooms. You create the fun effects without the traditional downsides of alcohol. Alcohol so you feel each blend. 10 minutes. The effect will last about an hour and a half. Similar cocktail. You got this. It's mellow enough for your cocktail if you're trying to get loose. They ship all across the United States. Head to feelthebreeze.com/shop. Use the code SHOP for $5 credit and free shipping on your first order. Consult a physician before you and nurse or have any suspected allergies or medical conditions, or taking any medication. FDA is not evaluating these products for safety or efficacy. It says you 2020 is on top. That says Jam, Alex, 2 pay-per-views, Rob, 3 letters, visions of exams, and Clive surprises me. Yeah, we can 2 million fight. How about Hamza? 1 fight. And ease. Over that will get paid. Basically, you're trying to fight. Then you undermining the world. You're undermining riches. You're undermining yourself. Okay. Morning show, and talking about like he was mentioning about that bizarre thing that happened with UFC BJJ 10-9 million views within a few days, and they engaged as an equal. I think there's 25 comments. Yeah, 9 So you're
On the subject, I just bring it up. A lot of people have been asking me because you were coming on today. So apparently this conspiracy about the UFC BJJ 3 YouTube video. Have you seen this? Yeah. So it went from 275K to 9 million over the course of a couple of days with very low engagement. This is now a hot story. What do you make of this? What's going on here?
So first, I was just told that there are 9 million views. I was like, yeah, I was just really happy that I don't really understand or know how that works. Like posting views on YouTube, UFC has millions of subscribers. I don't really know anything about this. That's out of my pay grade. That's tier of like doing things like that, right?
Can I throw out a hypothesis on my end?
Okay.
So I saw some people saying like, oh, look how pathetic the UFC is. They're buying views to prop up UFC BJJ. But let's be honest, it's they don't need to buy views. They're the freaking all of combat sports. So
UFC wants money, right? Like they don't like.
it's the third event. They're trying to build something new. Okay, is it possible? I don't know, but is it possible? You could buy on someone else's page. You can attach those. Is it possible, Mikey, that someone bought views on the UFC page to then say, look at the UFC and their frauds, look at what they're doing. Is that possible? I feel like that's a possibility. Any attention to this sort of thing. Someone might have planted it to then say, look at these frauds. That feels more.
So, I didn't know you can buy views on someone else's page. That's the first I've heard of it. I'm not saying he does, but I don't know where it's getting. If he's saying that confidently, he must maybe. But, I think what people need to realize is UFC is such a conglomerate. It's so big now. It's not like Dana or someone close to him and his staff is going, man, let's buy some millions of views to make this broad numbers. I don't think that's how. There could be somebody that's associated with the UFC BJJ stuff that's close to Dana and the UFC brass, and they've sold Dana on BJJ being this next big thing, the big wave. Man, if we just get a little help from you guys, I think that we do millions of views, and they bought the views, and they might be older, don't realize that people can figure out that if you have whatever it is, 9 million views, engagement isn't showing that it's going to hurt your business more than it's going to help. Especially the outlet, the YouTube, because maybe not first with YouTube, but eventually going to catch it. And eventually catch up and be like, hold up, you're buying views, and then they suppress all your shit. So UFC will embrace that for this, you know? So I think it's someone that I don't think someone from outside, yeah, let's buy views so the UFC is shit because UFC I think it's somebody that has some sort of self-image in the UFC BJJ, and they bought the views to Aaron's point, but did and didn't realize how it would work out. That's what I think. I just for someone else. Video. It's practice. In terms of service. Yeah, you might once or twice, and then once you do get privy to it, they Here's another weird one. This is money bag.
Let's say 5 people come on
with Mike was mentioning that. That was our advisors, push you rolling in, so we can see it. Just straight up say it. Fully locked in, 5'7", 134 pounds, 278 broken, even physically locked that choke. You're on it down, you still can't see my people.
I'm going to be trying
to what's the next comment?
every single
This dude will do any other compete at a local competition match on his belt. Just do that or something.
Rabbi Eliezer, and he says, remember, at Rabbi Yehuda's point is, you have to say, low carb, below the carb, below the carb, below the carb. So Rabbi Eliezer, says, yes, you have to say below the carb, below the carb, below the carb. The word shivua, that putting shivua at the end, individualized, and therefore again creates individual liability. That's a really shitty says, actually, no one
why don't they show the other side of the
no. In order to
the camera hanging underneath so you can see that it's set up.
Shavua below the car, Shavua below the car, Shavua below the car. It's attention. What needs to be said in order to create individual liability? Individual liability is only going to be the clown versus the frat. I'm really going to show. So, this is going to show.
Why is he have socks on?
Essentially, there's a clown case, right? An inclusive case.
You know what? But again, whoever that comment was, he would do one, if he would just enter a local competition, see him against, I don't mean to see him against, like it's not fucking 20 pounds of that's not going to silence the noise. Just enter a local tournament. Or go to your local gym and film you against brown belts, purple belts, black belts. That would sound to everybody. This actually has to the internet. It's not took me as a
2, 4, 6, 8.
if you were matches, I would automatically call you right there. That's just me. The gym, yeah. Unless he hadn't even know I know. That's what I'm saying. If he goes in, let's say he rolled into fucking 6 blade here, didn't make it in that match, just like he would cool with film. I don't even need to start on my feet, just randomly roll on like a randori class. That would check the body rate. Because the issue is, even like your close, I assume he pays Mikey, like that's what you're Brian Calipari is going to go against his tennis instructor and you pay him millions. You know, like you can't beat a guy who looks like he's doing it intentionally. If you have a relationship that's financial based, you can't post any video of those people. Whether it's real or not, it's not going to do anything it's going to do.
So again, if I say, sure, that I don't have your picador, right? Everyone will do that. I love them and turn out that I'm lying. Because suppose that I'm lying. I love the video versus everyone reaches out and kind of individual where's the map? When I say Robocop.
But as we sit here right now, breaking news, because Dana White just went on Instagram, they're telling me in my ear, announced that you are the main event.
So what's his crop? What's the other day? It's just being ordered up.
Why do you say 50% Peter? I think
what is the crowd? What is the crowd? So the easy culture here, what is it is crowd?
That's awesome.
So what's it? There's so that's what you find to say.
I'm not thinking anything with what's fighting. So like taking punishment.
I have nothing that belongs to any of
his fighting style. That's like he's set up for his records never be broken. They never mark up his face. Never.
So what are you talking about? There was an interesting enough, remember,
at some point someone's going to
Shmuel and Rabbi Yochanan are going to be there.
catch him, right? Because he's
just winning the same what are they arguing about? So when I said, I'm not going to be Shmuel died
what are you going to say? Henry Cejudo versus me. Talbot.
Shmuel.
So obviously comes the crazy about having to do that. And he lost. He lost. Came back in the grave. We'll see. This one's only like we know what UFC's doing here, right? You're trying to take the rub off of Cejudo, bring it on to Talbot. That's how much they love Talbot. Tough fight for Talbot. We'll see what conditions Cejudo comes in the fight as.
So it sounds exciting.
I'd be mad to toss it. Talbot ended up some fucking deep water. You know, yes, you beat Henry, we go from there. You're talking about possibly the greatest combat sport to ever do it with his gold medal. And then the UFC division. So many comments. You beat a guy like that, there's only one way to go. I would argue he's not ready for this, even if he beats Henry, who's older. So, again, I just, is it too much too soon? Like, he just lost that fight. His takedown defense wasn't great. There's some holes in his game, like Lennon. He is a star. He's also one of the guys that doesn't subscribe to this new UFC model. You're not going to see him doing TikTok dances. He's not posting, you know, him and his girl guy, fucking do. Yeah, he's not posting his vacation. He's not posting his food like he's got from the club. Like he's mysterious. You know? I just don't get where you go from here with the young star like this. UFC's always been with this, especially after their issues with Darren Till. You see how Till's looking now. Like they've been great at not pushing us too soon. And this is too soon. And I'm not saying he can't beat Cejudo. I'm not saying that. I'm saying after you beat a guy like Cejudo's status, there's only one way to go, and it ain't good for this young fighter. Just 1 and 2 in his last 2. Like, just, I don't see the upside.
Sometimes the reverse.
And for Cejudo, like he says, this is his last fight. His last fight should be another king. His last fight should be Jose Aldo or like somebody of that stature. you've seen young men, we need to get the rub, and then we're doing this young fella. I get that, but do we really think that would, like, has he shored up? Has he seen all those gaps in his game? That he might get balls in there, so who knows? And if he does, then he has a long ways to go. So I don't like it. I don't like it. So let's say Henry Mollywops. Okay. You were the greatest to ever do it, dude. You beat some young kid. Okay. It doesn't add to his resume. He loses. Okay, he lost to Talbot, dude. This is a big cover. Hopefully it works out for him. We don't know. For Talbot, if you win, okay, what's your rank right now? Okay. So let's look at the next guys. Where's the easy fight? I don't like it. There's still a long ways to go. You're being really great. He's ranked 10 at that. It's not like he's out of the top 10, but 12, 13, 14, 15.
So what do you see from here? Which is your
Which we don't be in the top 15. So you beat number 10. You're beating the beat. No, he's on to bigger fish. Batista, he fights this weekend. We'll see what happens there. Chino, Figueredo, Sonya, Corey Sandage, you know what we're doing? It's insane, dude. You're fucking the kid over. And I thought they learned from their mistakes. This is a fucking nightmare for this young kid who is 1 and 2 in his last fucking fights. You're literally ruining his young buddy, fucking young lion. Now, Henderson Widow, it might be a decent matchup for him. Fuck all that. What do you after this? If the plan, you beat Henderson Widow because he says he wants one more, makes sense time-wise. Doesn't mean you're top 10. You're going to be ranked top 15. Before you start with the big dog, you're not getting paid like a big dog. I don't like it. What's the rumor now? Elite Curry versus Patty Pittman for January, which is the first time I told you guys. I have a very close inside source that tells me it's Patty up here. So all the gauging is all in check. My sources told me that this is the fight that this is the fight they're going to make. I told this once. Don't really think you think it's somebody else. It's Patty Dupier. How about this? See that the commission wants to approve support for the Holy Bible. The UFC's posture. So that's pretty big. That's a huge thing. And this is just Rabbi Rothschild talking about his fighting career. He wants to retire by the age of 25. How old is he now? He's 19. Maybe even might be 20. That's a good plan. Get in, get out, Bubba. Youngest 8 rounds. I like that plan. Yes, it worked to do. There's a ways to go, but 5 years you can do it. Pretty plan. Little haircut. He's got a lot of stuff. I gotta see. He does have stuff. He seems like damn good stress. So another thing, that Sean Cott's back here saying that they should be back in early 2026. So January, February for Sean Cott. That's a bummer. This was Reiner Guerrero's coach. Pretty much. He said his friends, fans, and supporters that normally don't share personal things. Everyone has been blind as personal thing for support buttons creating and after the second made the call to stop the fight after the fourth round to take full responsibility for that decision. It was the right call to make. Well, man, the decision was big, but it's going to act out. My job as a coach is important. My job as a coach, but also my job for myself. So I know already are my whole career. So maybe they want to step me down. think he would continue the fight rather than risk on the same day. He said, call it a day, go home, it's not responsible. Have to fight another day. Yeah, I agree. I don't care about pleasing others when it comes to someone's health or being tough. Is there an excuse for loss? We were running for we're not happy with his performance, but for now, recovery first.
Again,
that's pretty much it. Yeah, using 321 this weekend, kids. Get you some. It's at 1 p.m. Central Time. So for you dads out there don't stay late, this one's for you. It is a tasty main card. Is it worth your money? I think so, but that's up to you. That's too expensive out there. Tom Aspinall's going down. Actually, not Tom. All he does have to win, but he has to do it in more aggressive fashion than John Jones did to keep this narrative going. So all the pressure on Tom Aspinall. Good luck, my man. I think he gets it done. See how fast and how convincing and really room for Mackenzie to play. Let's go, Mackenzie, get it done, mama. That's it. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, do all the stuff. If you see me, what's up?
Okay, so what you have is we're talking about a case of and a case of Muslim coma. Okay, the specifics for us is not not necessarily right. But suffice it to say, there's one position of Rabbi, and Rabbi says in any case when you are item specific, whether it's with a bomb or without a bomb, it doesn't make a difference. It creates individual ability. Incredible. Touch was there over there to the summer. Barley and spelt, and Ruben says, I don't owe you barley and spelt. For each individual false oath. For each individual false oath. So say now again, what do you need to see from here? It's not going to false.
The baseball families in the area we live in. Everyone goes, hey, you're going to Ed? You're going to Ed's, right? I don't know. Yeah, like you're going at 3:30. What is it? Like, oh, it's like, did you kick off the season? So my God, I guess they take sport. Your son is like, your sons are like 9 and 5. So even there starts. Okay.
What I'm saying is, what does that literally mean?
There's no close pockets. Like a Falcons game. So 5.4 game. His house, like house cool. It's old school house, but he redid it. So the house is nice, not like some mansion. And then he just says he's front end of the backyards. Massive. It's right by my son's school. Massive. Like built sports, right? Sports guy. 2 seconds. He built a baseball field. That's what that kid really shows. But again, it's not like some they don't have a house with the land because I want my kids to be good at sports. They build a baseball field, and all the kids when I read from his boss who's there from 5 to 12, it's like 3 kids, and there's a food truck, there's there's food truck, there's ice cream, there's swimming, and the older kids, the high school kids are pitching the young kids. One high school kid I knew, he's a junior in high school at Recycle University of Texas because he throws 99 hours. How can he get 6'4", 6'4"? But you can just tell it's like, he's the man, you know, like he was like, you know, you're like Joe Burrow quarterback for baseball. You just God. How old is he? 18? 18, yeah. And so big dude. You ever see it? Texas? Yeah. It's going to go. Yeah, there's a lot more. Very cool. Yeah. Oh, what's up the Drake? But it was like, and all the dead just, it's just all about sports.
I don't even think the guy was out and the dad was touching it. I have to show that because your kids are not athletes like that. We can't commit with it. Like I
Wheat,
really,
and
so it's only for athletes.
I owe nothing.
But the older kids, like even if they're not phenomenal athletes, here's the other thing: they're living. There's so many phone calls. There's this giant guy wrote his ass up his back. He's huge. I go, what is that kid? And I'm going to say his dad's name. Texas, I was crazy. Or just like a giant great game. Yeah, it was great. Yep. Picks up the ball. That's what you do. That's what you do. Wow. And then Tiger Boston and now Boston needs the Tigers football this week and baseball this week. The Team Tigers on some major states. So they have to have a meeting for the parents. Maybe the parents about, just get they call it daddy ball. So it's just kind of like on what pop to do as dad. Basically, and also like, hey, this is about baseball. That's also what's important is to make sure you're shot. This whole daddy ball thing with the pressure I didn't put in the car. He goes, I had that dad. And he's like, I make the pros. So, he brought me the cages. We don't have much work. He goes, we don't talk about he lost his dad because they have a son. He did make it to the majors. Essentially, dad, like who? Like that. Dad goes, oh, you're regular guy. It's like 2 hard on you. You played it really fucking fast. I know, dad did his job. Dad, yeah, but guess what? I mean, it's done in such a nuanced way. It's fascinating, right? We'd be working up on it. It's only short shit. So it's actually about call your dad. They're all crazy down there, but he did his best. His dad specified. I've seen it personally. He knows he messes up on the field. From the sideline. He's going to tear into him on the way home, so you're outright home. So it's just like, the guy who's going to mess up, and then in the car, the kid knows, and sometimes it's last days. So you know, because you're struck out and getting beer, which are kids, that for the next few days, that sucks. That sucks. Serena tried not to do that. I know. But Serena is biggest win. I'm glad they made a movie. Child had eating. Basically, in class.
We're good to go. Please, that's exactly fascinating. הפרטים מחייב, הפרטים לא מחייב, לכת אמר הכללים אינם מחייב. So this is how you do this outside, and then we'll see, and I'll show you in Flash. So imagine the following scenario. I go over to the next city,
It's 100% they've never done this before. No shot. I guarantee you
says, I don't owe you.
And they might have did a thing where like,
so let's say, here's the shot. in general, when Ruben says that, how many oaths is he violating? So on one hand, we could say, right? Body and spell. But the truth is, in plain body and spell is also that he owes me nothing, right? Which is another shua cloud. So we just mentioned what we're dealing with over here, when someone denies a total play, and they specify the items they don't deny. I just for the number of items they deny, but maybe it's the items that they deny plus one. What's the plus one? The plus one represents the general that I owe you nothing. Look at actually a moment. I just cut them around. I go to body and spell. And we're like, oh, everything. I don't owe you body and spell. So on one hand, everyone's going to agree. There's going to be kind of these right for three shuas. I think they are. There's a lot of folks that say he doesn't owe you body and spell. all of a kind of way, when they were showing the Kabiyati, Chayi, Shukado, Shua Ba'aminashi, Shekam, so it's really the cases like this, right? The case I'm going over to, and I said to Ruben, great job. Just see what Rothschild up. That's really so good. So it's what we're saying is really the quality of the spell. The shaila is how do we do that? We do that first as a general and then three specific zones. Three specific about general all. And then what does that mean? And then one general oath in the copy of the club.
I don't see him in a
Not that anything else.
Islam is not bullshit right now.
So let's say
You can explain. Bullshit right now. Casual workout. Just since the MMA casual. Not 80, bro. Take it easy. We can't get my face. We can't get our divisions. And now they start making up divisions. I'm adding a new division. It's never happened. But I can't. I'm not sucking out 70. It's too much weight. You took before. I feel like we see various fights that were taking place.
What's the number again?
I know he wrestles going to be positioned. Wasn't he once every 6?
I don't always think so. It depends
on
on the what's that about? I'm trying with 15 push-ups, like 15 cabanas. 15 cabanas. So what is that show? What is that show there? It's over but there's no claro. So if you follow should really go ahead and read. First, the Gemara says, so he fought how you kind of defund the caution, maybe the kind of what we're talking about the individual, not talking about the crime liability. I thought there was a deal. But you're actually 20 factors of it is ceremony. But also high for the general shloka
much. Remember that? And she was giving
where 5 people claim 4 things.
I denied those 4 things that 5 people.
Why?
That generates
Ultimately,
again 20 factors liability. So let's say there's a question here. It's interesting. Number of people making a claim against me for the business. So again, 5 people coming against me, claiming I owe them. I know I can say to them, so in your terms, we are equal. Look, the answer is no.
Same with Cortina, it's like Rob,
general liability
can't expect like a flying
how do you solution to those? People are making it very clear. A lot of because of
No, I gotta get higher.
Something to stop from us. Right? And what happened? I say to one of the claimants,
wants to fucking I really want to do it. I like his chances better than his chances better than Aljo, any of these guys.
All coming to claim against me. I said, I said, I don't have because the Shabbos Yad, he has a value.
For Corey, that's my guy.
Follow the clock. Somehow,
It's right.
That's right.
Since I moved to the house.
I swear.
Mandate's another different word as well.
Did you see how he did
Eat the polish. So you
I have
can
to
specify.
remember.
I went I said, I swore to him again because like they're all making me say, what's the thing that they do? They projection hour, hour long, a long stolen object, a lost object. Sure, the puppy on the other possession, sure. Your stolen object and your lost object. And then I say, below the car, equivalent. How come I speak about sexualized those guys? And then it turns out that I'm 20 katos.
Taxes and shit.
That's the job of my tremendous amount of emotions. So to be this number one is that individual when I say I'm not high an additional shvur for a general again for the individual shvur, which is not really discussion. Okay, incredible. Then let's finish up the topic. And that's that because so really says the shit. You seduce my daughter, or you violate my daughter. Shit that he did not. That he did not. So this was